began in Cleveland against one that still calls it home. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams, and it's coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The veteran kicker, Dustin Hopkins, out to get things started. And off we go from SoFi. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Williams. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Off play action, it's Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And he will score! Puka Nakua! Touchdown, Rams!
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The extra point from Party is good, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Pierre Strong on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
There was a time, and it wasn't very long ago, Mike, that this guy was trending towards becoming one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. He has to find a way to get back to stacking strong performances, one after another, and keep his team in the hunt. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, but if he plays well, his team is always going to have a strong chance of winning.
On the carry, this is Nick Chubb. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle. Once again, it's Chubb. First down and more for Chubb. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
On first down, Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
They get 18 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Here's Watson now on second down. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now it's Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
I'm sure there's a lot of naysayers saying, come on, coach, it's second and inches. Just pick up the first down and keep the ball on the ground. I actually like the idea of passing it there, Mike. So often you gain some of your best pass plays in those run situations. But now after losing a little bit of yardage, do they keep it in the air again? Or did they decide this time to put it on the ground?
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's third down and goal. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Stafford. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A 1st down throw for Stafford. That is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Hicks. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap to Watson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Watson. And that is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. He is in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Browns are on top. It's now 10-7.
Rams 7.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Rams offense getting set to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty.
Still 1st down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be intercepted. That's the safety, Grant Delpit. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. And now, after the quick change, following the interception and the return, they're going to try to pay it off with 6. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his big tight end, David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Browns will get out in front 17-7.
Rams 7.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
It's another run here for Williams. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Browns offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. He fumbled the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Going deep downfield for Judy. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, There is a lot of space open underneath. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Stafford. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. On the give, it's Williams. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's Ethan Evans now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angles so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw is Watson. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, this is Strong. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Browns offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. Watson. That's caught by 4. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A play fake. Now Watson to throw. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Watson now on first down. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Whoa! Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's 4. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They get the conversion on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. Here's Chubb. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns up their lead. It's now 24-7. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Back to throw is Stafford. He finds Kupp along the out route. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Stafford now to throw on 1st down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
2nd and a yard. On play action, it's Stafford. Over the middle, it's Kupp. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Stafford to throw again. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Pass is completed to Kupp. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. To the air again. Stafford. And he will get into the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Carney now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams back within 10. It's now 24-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Left side, he's got Njoku. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Hunting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second down, it's Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Stafford will throw here on 3rd and 1. Pass caught right side by Higbee.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 49-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Working free downfield. It is Williams. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Again, it's Stafford. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will score! Game on! Tyler Higbee! Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
This throw left is complete with Judy.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now on comes Dustin Hopkins in a pressure situation. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That'll be taken in. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, L.A. Throwing, Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, L.A. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, this is Strong. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll come up for first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. On the quick slant, that's Judy. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. Here's second down. Now Watson. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here we go. Third and a yard. Now it's Watson. That one on target to Moore. Down to the 10. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. Now, first and goal. Watson to throw again. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They look to run with 4. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Cup. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just an absolute clinic of putting together a drive, Mike, when you need it the most. And their ability to move the ball down the field, it worked the clock perfectly. They come away with that late touchdown, and more than likely, barring something crazy, a victory as well.
Here's Watson. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's a touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field, and he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. It's caught. It's the tight end Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw is Stafford. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
By Miles Garrett. A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down.
So it's a win for the Browns. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.